everybody, and welcome back to Celluloid Psychosis. I am your host, TJ Bowser, and joining me, as always, is the very handsome, the very British, the King of Salisbury, Mr. Paul Ashford. What's up, my buddy? How are you?
I am great, great, great. Thank you. I am very good. Very hot, but very good to be here. Very happy to be talking about today's movie. I had a decent week as always, man. Work's ticking over just fine. Been on loads of nice walks with the girlfriend. Have I watched any movies other than this one? Don't. I must have watched something. I cannot remember what I've watched, but it's been a good week. One thing I haven't watched is the new Alien Earth show, but that is on my to-do list. But yeah, it's been a good week, man. How about you?
Man, not too bad. Pretty busy at work as usual, but I got a case of this real American beer, kind of, Hulk Hogan on the mind and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No real physical media grabs recently. I did watch No Country for Old Men on, what was it? Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Great
It's a good
movie. No,
film.
Sunday. Sorry, watched it Sunday. Great
Mm-hmm.
film. The wife wasn't the biggest fan of the fact that the guy went back to try to save the guy who needed water. Take that as you will. But other than that, very, very good film. My Blu-ray player did not like the encoding on the Criterion disc. It actually froze
Oh,
up. Kind of got angry there. And then my
oh,
wife convinced herself that our player was broken and then was like on Amazon. She's like, how are we going to replace this? But it's fine. I've since watched Toxic Crusaders episodes and a movie that I sent to Paul for recommendation that I'll probably talk
oh.
as my recommendation for next week's episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't want to talk about it now, but it's a Toby Hooper movie that you probably never heard of.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, it's definitely that one. But actually, this week's movie, which is Paul's pick, I never heard of, but I did actually read about it in the imprint box set. Am I right, Paul?
Umbrella.
Umbrella box set called The Box of Bert. This is featured in it. It's the only Blu-ray HD release of the movie. Paul's about to present it.
The Box of Bert.
Now, Paul, is that full screen when you watch it, or is that 4:3?
Widescreen. It's a widescreen.
It is widescreen? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, it's. You got me. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is.
16:9.
Yeah, 185.
Excellent.
185. That's proper widescreen. Yeah, I believe this is the only
Blu-ray.
HD, Blu-ray release of it. So it was missing for a long time. So yeah, I think that's the only way to get it. And obviously the box set is out of print, so you're paying scalper prices now, unfortunately, to get one. But yeah, what a great movie. There's the cover. It's got a few extras on there as well. We've got audio commentary.
Mm-hmm.
We love audio commentaries. It's got a Gator McCluskey, Burt Reynolds story, which is about Stroker Race, which is that's a guy that does a YouTube. He's a massive Burt Reynolds fan. He's got a YouTube channel. It's got a Hollywood Couples episode, which is an hour long, which I started watching, but I haven't watched all of it, about Burt and Lonnie. And then you got your theatrical trailer, and there's a NASCAR movie trailer reel, which I'm sure you'd be interested in, TJ.
Ooh.
But yeah, that is currently the only way to get the only Blu-ray physical media of this movie currently out there. But yeah.
So, not a lot of NASCAR movies out there other than Days of Thunder, which we've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
This is certainly one of them. I'm just kidding. This is a good movie. I really enjoyed this. Never heard of it prior to this other than that announcement for The Box of Bert.
Mm-hmm.
Was very curious. And then as soon as this movie started, it kind of clicked. This is Police Academy with NASCAR. It's awesome. It's badass. I was never the biggest Burt Reynolds guy. And then this movie was like, oh, this is why everybody loves him.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is hilarious. Physical comedy out the wazoo. He is charming as fuck. Charisma. Awesome stuff. Makes me want to watch Cannonball Run 1 and 2 again, which is also part of the Box of Bert, I believe.
It is, yeah. Cannonball Run 1 and 2.
Okay.
You've also got The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and you got The Man Who Loved Women.
Good stuff right there. I believe it is available on the resale market. It's going around $80. Not terrible. What is that? Like $50 a film
Yeah, it's not
Five
bad. That's not bad. It's not
or
bad.
four films?
Five films.
Five
Five
films.
films.
Oh, so
Cannibal
it's
Run
even
1
cheaper
and
than
2.
that.
You got Cannibal Run 1 and 2 on here.
Definitely worth it in my opinion. And you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
beat
I love Burt
Umbrella.
Reynolds. I love Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds.
I wish it wasn't a brown box though.
Yeah, but that's kind of his moustache.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And that's the whole brown and yellow. It's very 70s Burt, isn't it?
So when did you first hear about this film, Paul? When did this come like on your radar in your first experience with stroke rays?
I'd heard about it. Obviously, so this movie came out in 1983. So I think it was before Cannibal Run 2. So I would have heard about it probably almost 78, probably mid to late 80s. So not when it came out because I was only 5 years old. But obviously, I watched Cannibal Run was one of my favorite ever movies as a kid. And then when you start reading about Burt Reynolds in magazines and stuff, you realize he's done other movies. But Stroke at Ace, I never caught it on VHS. Never. It was. It didn't even get a cinema release in the UK because it did bomb quite badly in America, didn't it? Unfortunately, it was a box office. It was Bert's first box office flop for coming off a record run of me. I mean, at the time, he was the biggest movie star in the world at the time, and this came out and unfortunately flopped massively.
I don't know
Uh,
why. It's hilarious.
I know. So I think the general consensus was people were getting tired of Burt Reynolds in car movies because he'd done Smoking a Bandit, Cannibal Run. I think he'd done Smoking the Bandit 2 by this point. And he'd done the older one. Is it Hooper? Was it? Yeah. So and basically all the same director, Burt Reynolds, kind of doing the same. Well, people saying he's doing the same thing, but I think this is actually what he's well known for. So yeah, it was a bit of a flop when it came out. Unfortunately, it was the first film in a string of films of him that did not make a profit at the box office. But yeah, that's the first. I knew about it. I didn't actually catch it until the DVD days. So it was I didn't probably watch it till late 90s, maybe even early 2000s for the first time. I'd always heard about it and seen screenshots from it, seen the trailer from it. But it's one of those Burt Reynolds films that I just wanted to track down because it was just never not talked about much compared to a lot of his other stuff. So yeah, I think I had an old DVD of it. It was the first time I ever saw it. And then obviously that was it. That's all I ever saw. And then, a couple of years ago, 2, 3 years ago, this box of Burt was announced, and it was the very first time a HD release of Stroke Races was included. So I instantly wanted to buy it. You know, everyone's got Cannibal Run 1 and 2 already, but I didn't care because it's got Stroke Race in it. I would have bought it just for Stroke Race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's worth the price of admission, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that was me. That's how.
Tell us who directed this bad boy.
So let's go for it. So directed by Hal Needham. Long time friends with Burt. They did loads of movies together, like we've mentioned, Smoking a Bandit 2, Cannibal Run 2. They did Hooper. They did loads of stuff together. Best as friends. Obviously, Hal Needham was next stuntman, as was Burt. Written by William Neely, Robert K. Ottom, Hugh Wilson, who also wrote Police Academy, as you've mentioned. Hal Needham also had writing credits, and David E. Peckinpah. So the cast, obviously, we have Burt Reynolds as Stroke Race.
The director also owned a NASCAR team in real life.
They both did apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they did it I think they almost did it in preparation for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're both obviously huge car guys doing so many car films. But yeah, Ned Beatty is in this one as Clyde Torkel. Obviously, Burt starred with Ned in Deliverance, one of the.
That's where I've seen Ned. Okay. I kept seeing him. I was like, I know him. I've seen him.
And he's in Superman, right? He's in like the Christopher Reeve Superman films. Am I right?
Yeah, let me dive deeper into Ned Beatty.
Jim Nabors as Lugs, again another friend of Bert's who's He also pops up in, I believe, Cannibal Run or Cannibal Run 2.
Otis
Um,
and Superman.
Yep. Oh, there you go then. Parker Stevenson is Aubrey James, who plays Bert's racing rival. I always remember him from Baywatch, but he's done other stuff as well. Lonnie Anderson as Pembroke Feeney. I believe this was a feature film debut. And Bert and Lonnie had a real life relationship after this movie. They got married, I believe, 5 years after this movie. They got married. Um, it was like, apparently at the time, it was one of the most talked about relationships ever. Unfortunately, it ended in a nasty divorce, which was all over the tabloids for years. But there you go. John Biner as Doc Siegel. And I had to put in there Bubba Smith as Arnold. Bubba Smith, ex NFL player. Also Hightower from Police Academy and all
Deliverance
many
is Ned
sequels.
Beatty's first movie.
Well,
I
what a
just
great
had
job
to
he
say
did.
that.
Yeah, what a great job he did as well.
Oh.
Can I read out the plot?
Yes.
So, Stroker Race is a racing comedy starring Burt Reynolds as Stroker Race, a cocky NASCAR driver whose arrogance cost him sponsors. After burning bridges, he's forced to sign an exclusive, humiliating contract with fried chicken magnate Clyde Torkel, who makes him wear a chicken suit for promotions and for races, funny enough.
I asked his chicken in the
Stroke,
sack.
yeah. Stroker's pride and recklessness clash with his growing feelings for Pembroke Feeney, a classy public relations rep assigned to tame him. Between chaotic races, absurd publicity stunts, and his rivalry of fellow drivers, Stroker must decide between ego and love. Eventually, spoiler alert, he wins both the girl and his freedom, regaining respect on his own terms.
So, this movie has awesome cameos.
Yeah.
Now, some of the cameos are cooler in hindsight because some of these drivers that are featured. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So, in Days of Thunder, we don't get real drivers, correct? We get all fake people. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
from what I remember.
I think some of them are real, but our main ones are fake, kind of like this one.
Mhm,
What we don't get is we don't get Dale Earnhardt. Now, if you're a race fan, you know Dale Earnhardt is the guy. And of
mhm,
course, Junior is now the guy. But Dale is at this time, 1983, in his career, he's not known as the Intimidator. He is kind of an up and comer in the NASCAR Cup Series. So seeing him in this film and in a role that's not necessarily big cameo or anything, it's really rad because I was like, hey, it's fucking Dale Earnhardt. And he would go on to be, I want to say around the 87 season, he really started being known as the Intimidator character. And he get into that black car number 3 that we all know and love today. So kind of to see him way before he takes on this whole persona and gets super well known. Very, very cool. Paul, not Paul. Yeah, Paul.
I'm
The other
Paul.
cameo, the big one here,
Big one for
Elvira.
us. Yeah.
What is going on with that? She's in it for like 45 seconds,
Yeah. Just out of nowhere, boom.
but she says like the most Elvira thing ever.
Mhm.
And then we get an awesome quip from the mechanic who
Yeah, Jim
is
Nabors.
Jim
Lugs.
Rewards.
Jim
Yeah.
Nabors, yeah.
Why is Elvira in this?
I don't know. I guess what, 1983 she
When did her movie come out?
that was quite late, wasn't it? I think that was, I'm gonna say that's 87 that Mission
Yeah.
to the Dark came out. Obviously she was doing her stuff before that, and she's in full Elvira get up in this, so maybe
Full.
she's got like the makeup,
Completely out of place.
yeah, completely. It's funny. It's just like, I don't know. I should have read up why she's in it, because it absolutely comes out of nowhere. But I'm not complaining because
No, it's badass.
Yeah. I guess she was doing around that time. She would have been doing all the hosting stuff for her TV, a TV show and stuff for the
I
host.
think,
But
yeah,
obviously, way
she's
before the
got.
movie came out.
When did Pee Wee's Big Adventure come out? 80.
You tell me, you're the Pee Wee fan. Well, it's got to be 84, 85, I'd say.
Because she's in that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is the biker 85. So
Yeah.
we are only 2 years away from her cameoing in that. So
Mm-hmm. So yeah, a nice early appearance from Elvira. Yeah, just completely out of nowhere, boom, there she is in the after one of the races, and she's just there where Jim Nabors thinks she's waiting to talk to a driver, and he's like, "Oh, I'm only the mechanic." But yeah, very cool, very cool indeed.
So, featured NASCAR racers in this
Hmm.
movie are Neil Bonnet, Dale Earnhardt, Harry Gant, Terry Labonte, Benny Parsons, Kyle Petty, Tim Richmond, and Ricky Rudd and Cale Yarborough. And then we also have some real life announcers, I believe, in Bill
Hmm.
Connell, Bill Dollar, and Chris Economaki,
Yeah.
David Hobbs, and Ken Squire. Very, very cool stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, Definitely adds to the legitimacy and
Yep.
the appeal of this film.
You got the real tracks as well. Obviously,
Yes.
Daytona's featured prominently in it. I think there's I can't remember the other ones. I think there's 3 or 4 tracks they're at. Obviously, Daytona's the final one. I think is it Atlanta's in there as well, possibly.
Did you catch the director's cameo?
Yeah, he's in it twice apparently.
Yeah, he
So
punches
yeah,
Stroker in
in
the
the
bar fight.
bar fight.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious. That bar fight's funny as
yeah,
hell.
yeah. And he's got a very funny in the outtakes at the end, which
Mhm.
is again a Hal Needham. Hal Needham basically invented outtakes through the credits from
Oh,
Cannonball Run, the first Cannonball Run. Um, there's a very funny scene. So there's a scene in the movie where Pembroke knocks on Bert's door. He opens his hotel room door, and he's naked, or he's just got his towel on, and she's like, "Oh," she's shocked. And one of the outtakes is they're filming that scene. She knocks on the door, opens the door, and it's not Burt Reynolds, it's Hal Needham with just a towel on. so,
uh, pre-show, you mentioned Richard Petty. Richard Petty
mhm,
is in this movie, but uncredited.
mhm. There
Yeah,
you go. Yeah. So I guess being such massive car guys, they were able to get all these NASCAR drivers, commentators,
absolutely.
etc., to be in the movie. They probably loved it. They probably loved to.
It's amazing that this isn't talked about more within the NASCAR sphere, especially modern
Mhm.
days. Like I listen to the Dale Jr. download quite frequently. The same with
Right.
Denny Hamlin's podcast, and nobody ever talks about the Stroke Race movie.
No.
I could be listening to the wrong stuff, but like even within like our world, Paul, like
Mhm.
our movie historian world,
Yeah. Yeah.
like uh, never talked about Stroke Race. Like and
No.
the plethora of Burt Reynolds films, this is not the main focus.
No. No. This is. I mean, Bert in the interview, Bert said himself, "This is the film that killed his career."
It needs a USA release, like it 100.
Yeah.
Who is the original like studio who did this? Like, is this a Paramount?
Universal, I think. 'Cause,
Universal.
I'm sure on the Blu-ray it's got the da 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 da. Yeah, it's definitely Universal on the box.
So Vincent has done
Columbia
some
Pictures and Universal. So I'm pretty sure it's Universal.
Universal stuff, like The Birds 2
Hmm.
and Drop Dead Fred. So this isn't too far out of the realm for Vinegar Syndrome Labs to be like, let's do Stroke Race.
Yeah.
Now, could you see any other American label picking this up that this would be adjacent to their catalog?
Maybe
Other than the one I mentioned
Arrow.
with Vinegar Syndrome Labs.
Yeah,
Arrow?
unless you, yeah, Arrow, or even if just Universal knock it out themselves, just a 4K steelbook with minimal extras like they like to do.
MVD, maybe?
Yeah,
Just because they've have like that whole vibe going on.
there must be. It must have. I'm gonna guess it must have expensive rights to it or something. Because it's Burt
Now, there
Reynolds.
is a song associated with this. Charlie Daniels Band has the theme song for this.
Oh yeah, plays at the start.
It's
Yeah,
also called the movie title, like
yeah,
Stroke
yeah.
Race.
Hmm.
So we don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
The film was going to be called Stand on It at one point.
really?
That was the original title, was Stand on It. And I don't know if you noticed throughout the film, they say the word Stand on It so many times. Like the ones I remember were the very start of the film, which is a really cool intro when it's Bert and his friend Doc.
Yeah.
They're kids, aren't they? And they get picked up by their Dad Siegel. And then he's a moonshine runner.
Warner Brothers.
And he goes, Is it Warner Brothers? Is it? It says
for
Universal.
North American
North
Studio.
American. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's really called Stand on It, yeah, he says stand on it in that scene, and there's the scene where Aubrey James is racing another NASCAR driver on the tables through the hotel, and he goes stand on it, and then they shoot off.
Huh.
So yeah, it's based on a novel called Stand on It, apparently, which I did not know until I had a look.
Oh, Kyle Petty's in this too. Holy shit.
Yeah, I bet there's so many in this, so many. But like I said, it's real racetracks. You get to see the real cars and stuff in there in the background. Even though in the movie, like Stroker hates his sponsorship, I think his car is really cool. I think the car itself looks really cool with the chicken pit. I think chicken pit's a cool name.
Yeah.
It's cooler than like Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, isn't it?
I agree. And it has like that, you know what I mean? Like
It's
very
like sort of
uncanny.
almost a bit redneck, sort of like
Yes.
it's proper
Come
stock
on
car
down
sort
to
of
the
name.
chicken pit. Kind of like
Yeah,
the movie Poultrygeist.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the chicken place from that movie.
Or like the hungry heifer in Critters.
Yes.
Chicken, that sort of thing. It's a typical sort of name.
Hungry heifer.
We won't give you a bum steer.
And
But yeah, the car looks badass. It's like a Ford something.
this is
Super
Lonnie
cool.
Anderson's first movie. She does
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah. She's not given the biggest amount to do apart from look amazing, which she
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I do love her intro scene. Is her
The
pulling off
Marilyn
the
Monroe
Marilyn
thing.
Monroe. Yeah. It's kind of the movie. Obviously, being from the early '80s or mid '80s, it kind of puts women as a
It's got the questionable stuff.
yeah. So Lonnie's there.
We're not feminists. We're just saying, even for
Yeah.
today's standard, this shit's questionable.
I mean, Burt Reynolds plays an absolute what's it, womanizer in this, doesn't he? When
He does. I mean, it's funny to like a point.
Yeah.
Scene at the beginning where he skids into the winner's
Yeah,
circle,
with a wheel
not winner's
missing.
circle, but like the interview place, the wheel missing.
Yeah.
He's like, he
Yeah.
always makes an entrance, folks. And then he walks up to the girl and he's like, oh no, we did this last week. And then the other girl, he's like, oh, we did this last year. And then like the new girl there, and he's like, oh
Yeah, he ignores her, and then she's like, "Oh no, we don't know each other." She's like, "No, well, great, come back to my room."
And then you see what his mechanic pop up, and he's like crotch level, and he's just like looking at them both, and he like Stroker takes his head and like puts it out, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, so it's of that era, and obviously, Burt Reynolds movies of this era, they were very much like that. He even wears his smoky get up in this as well. Do you notice? And like when he's not racing, he's got the tight jeans and the red shirt and the big belt buckle. He's proper smoky style. This is just full on Burt Reynolds.
And you know what I also like about this movie is the gag per minute. And I say that is just like how often is comedy infused in the script? So much. I don't think they end a scene without some sort of physical on-screen or dialogue gag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's always something smart or funny to giggle at it.
Yeah. And I love Bubba Smith in this. Obviously, I'm a massive Police Academy fan.
Yes, he's hilarious.
So he's great in this. He gets to use his size as well.
Arnold, my driver.
Yeah. There's the scene towards the end when they're doing the big race at Daytona and there are jack brakes on the car. So Hightower does his classic. He lifts the car up himself so they can change the wheel.
Harvey, I think we found a new jack man.
Yeah. Hey, Arnold. Like, I just want to be on the winning team. And so,
what does he say when they're sliding sideways in the car right before they hit the water?
Oh yeah, he's going to fire him. Oh, is that when he's trying to keep up?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
And like he goes into a full slide. Mm-hmm. Oh, he said something funny right before they hit the water. I can't remember.
But I mean, that's nothing. The stunts in this movie, they are real.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that, I don't know if you remember, if you watched the outtakes at the end during the credits, but that scene when they end up in the lake, that's when Arnold's driving and he's trying to keep up track. They end up in this lake, and there's in the outtakes there's a scene, and they literally got a car in a lake, and Bubba Smith and Ned Beatty are inside the car in the lake submerged, and they like yell they yell to shoot, and they can't get the door open. So it's literally Bubba Smith almost submerged in water up to his head, trapped inside a car. They can't get the door of the car
Yeah.
open. It's just like you would not see that nowadays. That's what Jules said to me watching it. It's like, wow, you would not see that nowadays. That sort of health and safety recklessness.
That scene is hilarious when he gets out and then just casually opens the door and he pops right out.
Yeah,
Hi!
yeah. So yeah, it's just yeah, gags all over the place, stunts all over the place, cool cars, Elvira, all the real NASCAR drivers. Ned Beatty as well. He's a really good actor. He's done a lot of good stuff, and he
some
gets.
reason, I thought he was in Porky's.
That's a bit mean. No,
You know what I meant? The Southern bad guy thing.
Yeah.
You've watched both those movies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Porky. I think
nothing about those movies are appropriate to talk about today.
Was there a third one, or am I imagining that?
No, there's a Porky's 3 for sure. Let me double check.
I remember the first one. I remember the one on the casino.
Yeah, Porky's Revenge, buddy.
Porky's Revenge, yeah. They were like, when I was a little kid, they were like I must watch those movies kind of thing. But
it has Pee-wee in it still, though, right? Like from the first movie, the guy who was like looking for the hole. Yeah, Porky's Revenge has Pee-wee in it.
Really? I don't.
Not Pee-wee Herman, the character Pee-wee from the first movie, who was looking through the peephole in the girls' locker room. Yeah.
I remember Pee-wee Herman. I was like, I don't remember.
No, Porky's is a movie I watched a lot as a kid. I don't know why. My dad put it on for me. Awful idea.
You had to be 18 to watch it over here.
Yeah, so you guys and your rules.
Mm-hmm.
Age verification for porn.
Yeah.
It's okay, Paul.
No one watches that stuff anyway.
Anyway, enough making fun of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about good things,
We are talking about good things. This is
a great thing. Something that we need in America, which is this film. Okay?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to go all the way down under just to watch a high-quality Burt Reynolds film that has absolutely great pacing, quality laughs, and a star-studded cast.
Well, to be fair, it was your fellow countrymen that doomed this movie because you did not go to cinema to see it when it came out.
Did you not just say it was a victim of the car movie craze?
No, just completely bombed.
God damn it, Paul!
No, yeah, I don't know if he's. Yeah, so basically, the general feeling was, oh, he's doing another movie with Hal Needham. I think this is the fourth in a row, possibly fifth.
It's fourth.
I love them all, by the way. I'm not trashing them at all. I love all of them. I think that might have been the general consensus of the public at this point. So famously, Burt Reynolds turned down a role in Terms of Endearment to do this movie because he's great friends with Hal Needham, obviously. And the guy, I forgot the name of the director, Jim someone, he wrote that role for Burt Reynolds. And Burt Reynolds said, no, I'm going to do Stroke a Race with my pal. So the role ended up going to Jack Nicholson, who walked away with an Oscar. And obviously, Burt said this is I think he said it's the biggest regret he's ever done, biggest movie thing he wished he'd never turned down.
I will say there is something that they use NASCAR stock footage a lot.
Yeah. Especially the crashes, don't they?
Yeah, like the car will start to crash on camera, and then they'll cut to NASCAR stock footage. It's a completely different fucking car.
Yeah, like different resolution. Like you can see like the quality change, especially on the Blu-ray. Which is, but I guess it's kind of cool. They're using real footage.
Well, me and you were used to Italian genre films, so like we're like, oh, quality change. That's just from a nature documentary. That's not a real shark. That's a shark from a nature documentary, and you're cut into this awful shark exploitation.
And any of the cannibal movies, suddenly you're getting stock footage of animals.
Exactly. So we're super used to this stuff. But if you're a casual viewer, that might be a little jarring. Like, what the fuck? It's definitely not as polished or high budget as, let's say, Days of Thunder or modern equivalent Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. Now, this is quite some time before Days of Thunder, wasn't it? I guess 83. What was Days of Thunder? Was 88, 89, was it? Days of Thunder?
88. Because they asked Dale Earnhardt to be in it, and he said no.
Right. Yeah.
So it would have had to have been post-Intimidator years.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got a lot going for it. This movie, I think any Burt Reynolds fan should lap this up.
What's
But
your favorite gag in the movie?
it's his mate Siegel. What's his name? Doc Siegel.
Mhm.
So there's a scene where so Bert's trying to get out of this contract with the chicken guy with the chicken pit, and he
Yeah.
gets his childhood friend who's the guy at the start when they're the kids.
Yes,
They
the
pretend
actor.
to be like a corporate a head of a corporate company, and they want to buy out the chicken pit.
Oh, Miller Lite.
Yeah, it was Miller Lite.
Miller,
That's it. It's
yeah.
Miller Lite. Yeah, so very American. And yeah, he comes in like with a suit and that, and he pretends to be this Miller Lite guy, and then
Yeah.
but Ned Beatty's character won't he wants to done a deal by Sunday, but he agrees to a deal like the following Sunday, or it's like the last race of the season, which
Yeah,
sets up the finale of the
at four
film.
o'clock. Yeah.
So yeah, they do that, and he lets it, and then he goes back to Bert to tell him, and Bert's like, "That's the last race of the season, 4 p.m. The race is gonna be over," and he's like, "Oh, I tried my best. He's like, I tried my best. I did what I could.
The
What
best
was it?
I
I
could.
forgot.
I did the
I did
best
the
I
best I could.
could.
I did the best I could." And he's like berating him. He goes, "But I did the best I could." And then his Nugs has a go at him. He's like, I did the best I could." And he turns around to his dad and he's like, "I did the best I could." And he's like, "Come on, son, let's get out of here." And then there's a scene up there on the boat, and he's trying to get he feels so bad that he gets his dad involved, and he's like, "You're going to be another Miller Lite guy to turn up on race day to try and get this
Yeah.
deal over the line." And he's like, I did the best I could." But his dad's like plays dumb, doesn't he? And you think he's never going to do it because he can't even get the words right when they're trying to practice on the boat.
Yeah.
And of course, spoiler alert, it does go through. The deal does go through. He sacks Burt Reynolds as they're still racing, and then Burt obviously races up through the lines and wins the race.
Now
And then
listen here, all you
right at the
press
end of the
people.
movie, right at the end of the movie, he goes, "I did the best I could," and they're all laughing. And then obviously Bert and Nugs punch out Clyde Torkel on the at the end of the race. So yeah, I find that was my funniest line, my funniest running gag through the movie. What about you?
I really love the "I'm not mad" chase scene.
Right.
I think that's just so hilarious. And then, of course, like them destroying the law enforcement thing, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
gets out of the water. And he's like, "I'm not mad.
I'm not.
I'm not." And then he looks up and sees all the cops, and he goes,
I'm not.
"Oh, I'm mad!" And
Yeah,
has
yeah.
me cackling. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's almost he's almost a little bit like Smoking
He
the Bandit.
reminded me of the sheriff in Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard.
Well, he reminds you of the sheriff from Smoking the Bandit as well.
Yeah,
Obviously, say people in I forgot the guy's
yeah, but
his name.
he's missing the dwarf guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was just surprising because I think they were good friends in real life. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he needed the
but,
dwarf sidekick. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, that's from part two, isn't it? Smoking the
Yeah.
Bandit. Yeah. Come on, Daddy. But yeah, so it's just complete fun movie. It's got all the gags. It's got the stunts, the cars, the pretty ladies, everything.
Definitely. So comedy's a harder thing to direct.
Yeah,
Director's definitely good at this stuff. Like you
mhm,
could really tell he's a seasoned director. Uh,
yeah,
it's definitely an early '80s comedy movie, just the look and
yeah,
feel of everything.
hmm,
But it's so competently directed. Like
yeah.
you don't
Oh
see
yeah,
films like this anymore. Like no, I'm not talking like the comedy of it, but like the
hmm,
quality of the comedy, the consistency, the pacing, the
yeah,
hour and 20 minutes. That here's the story, but here's all the funny stuff that goes along with
hmm,
it. Basic story, all this. You don't get this quality of comedy anymore, and I think that this consistency with the director, you talked about all those films earlier, those Burt Reynolds movies. All of
yeah,
those were really good and memorable films that are still talked about today. So
yeah,
like this guy knows his shit, with the exception of this film. Uh, I don't know. Maybe by us talking about it, it rebirths a look into people who are like, Stroker Race is amazing. Because
yeah.
I think, especially by modern NASCAR fan standards, this film's badass.
Hmm. They need to do like a NASCAR movies box set. Can you imagine?
I agree.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
I mean,
But
it'd be kind of short, but Make sure you have NASCAR the movie in IMAX. That's badass.
Yeah. I need to watch the trailer reel now on this. I didn't actually watch it to see what movies are on there. But there's a trailer reel as an extra on this. But yeah. But the one thing as well, there is a slightly questionable scene where Pembroke Feeney, Lonnie Anderson, she's like a virgin. She's like a Sunday school teacher. Bert's trying to get
Okay.
her drunk.
No, no,
She's
no.
never drunk.
You can call it questionable.
Well, no, I was gonna say that he doesn't.
The fucking
think-
gag of
you
him
think
walking
it's
off screen and then poking his fucking face back in had me in stitches.
You don't understand, like, oh no, he's gonna do it. Oh no, but he doesn't, does he? It's
When
fully
he kept
respectful.
doing- yes.
Yeah.
The worst he does is exactly what he's saying. I'm just
Yeah.
going to get you undressed, not fully naked, just so you're
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah. Then he comes back. Then he comes back. Actually, no one sleeps with their clothes on. Let me just... yeah.
But the whole body thing, where
Yeah.
literally Burt Reynolds, like, he walks off screen like this, right? And you don't
Yeah.
see him at all. And he goes, yeah, by the way. And then, like, he'll finish the thing and he'll walk off screen. And then you'll see him. So, and he does it 3 times. And it's so fucking good. Oh.
But yeah, it's respectfully done as well because you think about things like other 80s movies like Revenge of the Nerds, which watched nowadays a lot of people get upset about. But
great movie.
It doesn't happen in this one.
In the context of the era,
of those years,
understandable, but yeah.
Yeah. So I think this one does well because it doesn't cross any lines.
It doesn't, exactly. Like,
No.
he goes there, but he doesn't.
Yeah. Which is another surprise why it's not had a big US/UK release because it's safe. It's definitely safe to bring out. Yeah.
Now, here's a question for you.
Yep.
Okay, I just fleeted my mind. Anyway, yeah. What would you rate this? That was the question. What would you rate this?
I did the best I could. So, as a Burt Reynolds fan, I would easily say it's 5 out of 5. One of my favorite movies of his. I wish I'd got to seen it back in the day, but it was just.
What is your favorite Burt Reynolds movie?
Cannibal Run. I met Burt Reynolds at a convention in Florida. I got to have a little talk with him. It was really cool. Everyone was there for Smoking the Bandit. I was there for Cannibal Run. So he said that was the most fun movie he made. But obviously it was really Smoking the Bandit that propelled him, wasn't it? Although obviously Deliverance as well, but that was beforehand. But I would go Cannibal Run as my favourite Burt Reynolds movie. This is probably top 3 though.
Yeah.
It'd probably be Cannibal Run, Smoking a Bandit, and then this one. Although Cannibal Run 2 is really good as well. I love both the Cannibal Run movies. What about you? Yeah, you haven't really seen many there, have you?
I'm not a big, heavily seasoned Burt Reynolds fan. I like his work, apparently. After watching this movie, I watched Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
And Smoking the Bandit, but like I've never like dug deep into his filmography. So
just maybe skip Smoking the Bandit 3. Although he's not really in that. He's got a very small cameo. Spoiler alert.
Wait, Smokey's not in the 3rd movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're not seeing no, because I think by the time they went to do a 3rd one, he wasn't interested.
Well, no, the Bandit's not in the
Bandit. Sorry, yeah, the Bandit. Yeah, Smokey's in it. But the what's it called? Jerry Reed takes over as the Bandit in the 3rd one. The 3rd one's all right. It's different. It's just different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a film that's not talked about. It's just Smoking the Bandit 1 and 2. Never hear about the 3rd one. Again, this box set, Smoking the Bandit. Oh no, this hasn't got Smoking the Bandit 1 and 2. This is Cannibal Run 1 and 2. Yeah.
I would rate this 4.5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic film. Needs more attention. Like I said, it kind of really opened the door for Burt Reynolds for me. I kind of want to go see everything that he's done now. Highly recommend. Needs a US release. Would watch again. Go watch it, guys. If you have a way.
It's got to be coming to 4K soon at some point.
Needs it.
Yeah. Surely if Umbrella could get hold of the rights, then someone in the US can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, 5 out of 5 if you're a Burt Reynolds fan. I would agree with 4/4.5. It's just such a shame that when it came out, it completely bombed and it hurt his career. But yeah, what can you do?
It is what it is, Paul. But
Mhm.
you know what else is? This episode is nearing its end. And if you like
Yeah.
this episode and you want to listen to other ones just like it, head on over to www.projectlouder.net or anywhere else you consume audio only content that includes but is not limited to Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, and all that jazz. We're there. We are everywhere. Uh, Thank you for tuning in. All that stuff, of course,
Hmm.
it's good stuff. And we will be back at the same bat time, same bat channel to talk about Blu-ray news and all that stuff and recommend new stuff to you. Head on over to Disney Plus, watch Alien Earth because we're going to talk about it next episode. You can guarantee it. And we
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
hear your
Mhm.
comments in the comments section because we want to get involved. We want to argue with you. And, the biggest thing I've seen argue with today is can you smoke a cigarette in space? Apparently, you've never watched an Aliens movie. But until next week, I am your host, TJ Bowser. That is the most certainly handsome Paul Ashford, and I will see you guys later.